Oh, what's up, y'all? Happy Friday. Wake Up Barstool. We got a great show planned for you today, okay, guys? We got to recap Thursday Night Football and preview a surprisingly great Week 3 of the NFL. A ton of excellent college games to get to as well. Michael Katic is going to take us in the film room. We got Chief joining the show. We got Megan making money corner. And myself, Big Cat, and Brandon going toe-to-toe with our 5 best plays of the weekend. Let's get it started on FS1. What up, y'all? Welcome in. Wake Up Barstool. It is Friday. We are in Chicago. It is a beautiful day, and we're getting ready for a beautiful football weekend. T-Bob Hebert, Michael Katic. We got Chief, first time on the show. What's up, Chief? Welcome, my friend.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
And we have one of my favorites, Megan making money, behind the glass, holding down, giving us picks, everything today. Look, guys, it's going to be an excellent show today. Put a smile on your face. It's Friday. Let's grab a coffee. Let's get some good vibes going into the weekend. Katie's got his Hoosier shirt on. Massive game coming up in Bloomington. We'll get there.
Oh,
But first, Michael Katic, this morning, we're getting ready for the show, and I noticed a pile of detritus in front of him.
Here we go with the words again.
Empty wrappers stacked up, and I started to parse through them. This man, at 6:20 a.m., had not one, not two, but 3 pieces of string cheese. Mike, that's an insane amount of string cheese before we've even reached 6:30.
You know, T-Bob, I walk in this office every morning and I grab 3 minimum.
No,
That's clean protein.
Every day.
Yeah.
It's like a hard-boiled egg. 6 grams of protein, maybe a little higher on the calories, but it probably goes all to my double chin.
Oh, man. I'm inspired. 3 pieces of string cheese. That's how you should start your Friday.
Yep.
Guys,
And an
okay?
energy drink.
Hell yeah. Yes. I mean, I can't even. That's an insane combination.
Which you guys shared.
Yes.
Yes, by accident.
Yeah.
All right, so look, we're gonna get into it all this weekend. I want to see what these boys are doing over the weekend as well. But let's start with last night's game. Thursday Night Football, Dolphins-Bills. Yesterday, it was all, the Dolphins are going to get absolutely massacred in classic Any Given Thursday fashion. The Dolphins end up acquitting themselves well, but in the end, it means nothing because bad teams find a way to lose, and most certainly the Dolphins did that. Is it weird that kind of the first place I arrive here is that Mike McDaniel didn't do that bad of a job? Their offensive line is a mess, right? They only have one guy with any experience, their center. 2 is obviously limited. There's no explosivity to the offense whatsoever, and yet they called a game where it was 21-21. They had just stopped Josh Allen for the 3rd time in a row, and the game was there, and then you get the roughing the kicker.
Yeah.
And that's what bad teams do.
Yeah.
But what did y'all think? What was y'all's biggest takeaway from last night?
I think that is the takeaway, that they had 2 moments where they were in the game. They had a chance to do something, the roughing the punter, and then the pick at the end.
Yep.
So they're in the game the whole night, and then it's of course, they find a way to let it slip away. And it does feel like that was a moment where they could kind of maybe salvage something, build good vibes on the road. Then you get 10 days off. Who knows coming up week 4? Now it just feels like they're racing the Bears for that top pick.
Yeah. I think.
Oh, and the Saints now.
And the Saints. Sorry. Yeah, it's a race to the bottom right now. Yeah.
I think one of my biggest takeaways was the Bills' rushing attack. They were averaging probably 5-6 yards a carry in that first half, and they were just controlling the line of scrimmage, controlling the game, and they just couldn't be stopped. James Cook is unbelievable, and that offensive line was just making holes for him all day.
Yeah, it's a great point, Mikey. The O-line for the Bills dominated. Actually, Cook went over 100 yards. First player to do that in 36 games against the Dolphins. Yeah, pretty crazy streak that Miami had going there, now broken. Also, did Josh Allen get pressured the entire night? He looked
don't think so.
So comfortable.
That was
back there.
another one of my takeaways was the Dolphins front 4 just couldn't get anything going.
Yeah. Also, you can't play zone against Josh Allen.
No.
His arm's too strong that he just picks you apart. I think there was a point in the game last night he was 13-13 against zone.
Yeah, and his little flicks, they just showed there. He's so good. That's another thing is just his maturity of the game. usually when he was younger, he'd just take off and run and get hit hard.
Yeah.
Now he's just flipping the ball and making good decisions, which I love to see.
And look at it. Look, 22 to 28, only 213, but 3 touches, so clean, seeing it all, taking what the defense is giving him. The other thing that you can start to feel where Josh Allen now, and you feel this with all elite quarterbacks, y'all have seen The Matrix, I'm assuming?
Oh, yeah. We've talked about that.
Yes, okay. Yeah. So, like, at the end, when Neo comes back from getting shot and he's looking around and he sees the code, right? He sees the Matrix for what it really is. That's what elite NFL quarterbacks do. That's the stage in his career that Josh Allen is at. Yep. Like, everything looks so slow. Yep. Like, he's a step ahead. Like, he's reading all the interconnecting parts perfectly.
Yeah. There was a great quote about Jordan in that the Netflix documentary, The Last Dance, where it was like he got to a point where he was always the best, but then he just figured out how to win the game. And it feels like that's where Josh Allen is. So, like you're saying, the flicks, taking what the defense has, totally in control. It's not like just athletic ability anymore. He controls the whole game.
Yep.
And then poor Tua, he said it before the game. He said, look, I'm not Josh Allen. And you can feel that. You could feel that last night. And he played pretty clean. Yeah. Probably one of the most, again, there was no explosivity. It was all checkdowns, a terrible pass per attempt, but they were right there. All it takes, one mistake.
Just a quick question. Obviously, to your McDaniels point, do you think maybe the Bills came in seeing the spread, seeing and hearing everyone knowing that this Dolphins team is a dumpster fire and kind of played down to their opponents until the second half?
I think with a team like the Bills, they're so experienced at this point, and that I don't think that's the case. I think that, and we said on yesterday's show, I think that we have a bit of a misconception about how large the gaps are between a bad NFL team and a good one. Mm-hmm. I think the margins are way more razor thin than we appreciate, right? Like college, not the case.
No,
right.
No.
You know a team's going to beat X team in college, and it's just by how much. Mm-hmm. In the NFL, I mean,
especially in a short week.
Yes, exactly. Short week, and then the divisional rival thing always throws a wrench into the equation.
Although I think Josh Allen is now 15-0 against the Dolphins. Something
like
that.
14 I think 14-1.
14-1. Okay.
Yeah. So. Fair. Yes, absolutely fair. There was some controversy last night, and I don't really agree with it, but I think we should address it because it seems to be what a lot of people are talking about. So before going into half, the Bills go to kneel the ball, and go ahead and roll the clip. So it's a fumbled snap, and they blow the whistle, and then Allen tosses the ball backwards and runs off.
Oh.
Here's the deal, though. In my opinion, when he picks the ball up, he still has a knee on the ground.
Yeah.
Which if we could slow it down, you can. But either way, that's just an automatic whistle for the refs. What do you think?
It's too close to be I don't know.
Have you guys ever seen that before? A fumbled snap on a kneel down?
No, neither have the refs.
Yeah.
That's why the refs have the whistle ready to go.
I'm talking to a couple centers here, so I didn't know if that was.
If I fumbled a kneeling snap, my offensive line coach would stick his hand so far in my it wouldn't be good.
He'd use you like a meat puppet?
Yeah.
Just be talking out of you.
The half tie would be horrific.
Did you ever fumble snap?
Not an under center. I've actually never had an aired snap in game.
Me neither.
In practice.
Yeah, practice. We ain't talking about practice. We talking about a game. Any more thoughts on last night's Thursday night football game before we look at the NFL weekend that will be? Going once? Going twice? Look, credit to the Bills. Massive game, 3-0. Just an excellent start to what could be a championship campaign. And for the Dolphins, unfortunately, now 0-3. And, Chief, we were talking about this a bit before the show, but this is a fascinating weekend in the NFL where you could almost paint this as a bit of NFL moving day. And what I mean by that is going into this week, we're starting to see teams kind of figure out what they're going to be. Okay, right now you have 10 2-0 teams. Mm-hmm. You have, I believe, 10 0-2 teams, and you have 12 1-1 teams.
Yeah.
And it's that 1-1 team that I kind of want to focus on here because although 2-1 to 1-2 is numerically just a one-game difference, I mean, it feels like all the difference in the world, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And especially early on in the season, like you want to, start off on the right foot. And if you start 1-2, then I'm not saying you're going to start losing some guys mentally, but there's just not that mantra and that moxie and that confidence if you were to be 2-1 or 3-0.
Well, so I'm looking at that Jags-Texans, which is Texans are 0-2. They were prohibitive division favorite, AFC South. So if the Jags win that game, which they can run the ball, they start 2-1, and all of a sudden the Texans are 0-3.
Yeah,
that throws that. Now that division is completely up for grabs. So that to me, like you're talking moving day, that's a fascinating game to watch, and a game that most people AFC South probably wouldn't watch. But that one's it's one to pay attention to.
And again, sticking in the AFC South, not 1-1 teams, but the 2-0 Colts against the 0-2 Titans.
Right.
And it's funny because there's been a lot of parallels drawn between Indiana Jones and this Colts team and Derek Carr and the Saints of last year, where they were so good through 2 weeks, looked like it was legitimate, and then it all fell apart. I don't think the Titans are that team to make this fall apart for the Colts. So, yeah, the AFC South already looking vastly different. One sneaky big moving day game, Raiders at Commanders. Right, a couple of teams. Also, Jaden Daniels maybe not going to play. Could be seeing Marcus Mariota. Both of these teams really, I think the Commanders entered with a lot of belief coming into the year. The Raiders, I think, look like they could have belief. They're very close potentially, right? I think last week was more about the Chargers, less about them. But this game could go a long way to proving that.
Yeah, and it's Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's a vibes guy. He always has been a vibes guy. I always just assume he's going to figure out a way to win. Ashton Genty, I don't know if you guys saw that quote this week. He's basically like, give me the ball.
Yeah.
Why did you
really?
guys? Yeah, he was like,
Feed me.
Well, yeah, why did you draft me this high if you're not going to feed me the ball? So he's actively calling for like run the offense.
Ashton, week 3 already. Okay, Rook, let's go, dude.
But I think he's got a point. So give him just like play action with him and Bowers, and it'll be good to go.
A couple of the bigger matchups. I don't know if there's ever been a more important matchup between two 0-2 teams that could not feel more different, as you have the 0-2 Kansas City Chiefs playing the 0-2 New York Giants. Must win. Kansas City here.
Yeah.
If they lose this game, it's panic time.
It is. 100%.
It's panic time in Kansas City. You're looking at Mahomes deep in the eyes. You're looking at Andy Reid. You're looking at Travis Kelce. Your hands are up in your head like, what are we doing?
Fully agree there.
Where is this game?
It's in New York.
Yeah.
And that is interesting, right? Because that's an element, but it's like, it's even that. I don't. Again, it would feel like the end of an era.
Yeah.
If the Chiefs were to lose this Giants.
And the Giants did play well last week, so they have some momentum coming in this week, but I mean, it's the Chiefs.
Career high passing yards for Russ.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
If they go into MetLife and they lose that game, I think it's alarm bells.
I'm not there. If the Chiefs could lose this game, and if I need them to start like 0-6 before I'm like, well, let's see.
It's an 18-week season. It's crazy to think 0-3 is going to ruin like the Chiefs season. But again, the way they've looked, and then they're laying 3. I mean, they're laying 6. I don't know about this game. This one feels like maybe you hold your nose and play the other
This
side.
is where it's like they're begging you to take the Giants with that line. And I'm not going to fall for it. I'm going with the Chiefs. I might tease it up to 10. I just think this is a Mahomes Chiefs get right game, national TV. This is.
That's what everyone's thinking, right?
That line is.
I know.
It stinks to me.
It's stinky.
So we are a national sports show, ostensibly, and something that we don't do much here that I'm sure some analytics-based television producers would want us to do is talk more about the Dallas Cowboys. But we have an excuse to talk about the Dallas Cowboys today, don't we, Chief?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Because speaking of big bad brands, we got two of the more legendary and two of the more underachieving NFL franchises going toe-to-toe in Chicago this Sunday afternoon. Cowboys at Bears, a game that should inspire a lot of excitement, and yet a lot of ineptitude.
Another stinky line too.
I love
What
it.
is it now? Because it keeps slipping.
It's basically been a pick. I don't know what to do here.
I'm taking the over. It's 50.5.
Yep, bad defenses all around.
Jalen Johnson, the Bears' only really star player, maybe on the whole roster, out for the year, of course. Their number 2 corner, Tariq Stevenson, QBR against. Guess what it is? 158.3,
QBR,
which is
quarterback rating or QBR?
Quarterback rating.
Okay,
So
okay,
150, 158.3 is perfect. Throwing against Tariq Stevenson, 158.3. So you might as well have air or a ghost or just like anything. Dak might throw for 500 yards. I also think the Bears are going to move the ball too. These are like the two worst defenses in the league, so that's why I like the over. But it's going to be ugly. It's going to be sad. I think the Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb, he's going to do whatever he wants in this game.
It's interesting because I feel like it's still early, obviously, but Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson have to get some consistency going this game, right? Like, I mean, there's so much belief built in the offseason. If not against the Cowboys defense and how inept they've looked through 2 weeks, then where would you find any semblance of hope going forward?
All right, so deep, dark thoughts time?
Yeah, deep dark thoughts time.
If they lose this game and look bad against the Cowboys, next week they have the Raiders. If they lose that, they start 0-4, then they have the bye. In my head, I think there is a possibility that if it's so bad after 4 weeks, you come out of the bye with Tyson Bagent.
Yep.
I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility.
Did I make this up? Did I get incepted, or has Ben Johnson been having some quotes talking about like loving Bagent's like practice habits and like fundamentals?
The other players too. Oh, he's a dog. Cole Kmet was like, he's a dog. So
and
then
you have some of the players
Locker room
turning
problem.
you also had a comment this week from Ben Johnson saying that we do not have good practice habits. We don't have practice habits of a championship caliber team. It's like, well, that's not good. It means the culture's rotten. But you are the coach, so set the standard of how you want.
It's literally just a reflection of him.
I would say, but it's also
You don't
the Bears.
say.
Yeah.
This has been a thing for at least, when did Lovey leave? 2011, so call it 15 years. They haven't had good practice habits in 15 years.
Coming up next here on Wake Up Barstool, guys, it's time.
Hey, thanks for that segment.
Coming up next, it's time to talk some college ball, a massive game going out in Bloomington. But that's not the only one. More Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. Speaking of tonight's game, a surprisingly good matchup here. Megan, you have some feelings, some instincts on tonight's Iowa-Rutgers battle.
I do. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that big noon kickoff Saturday game, but why not look at the Friday game? Again, this is a little weird one, Iowa at Rutgers. And I took Rutgers plus the 3 here. I think they're 2.5. I think they could potentially win outright. Obviously, Iowa's offense really isn't going anywhere. Their defense has still been good. But this Rutgers team has more talent than you think. Mm-hmm. Their line has just a veteran O-line. You have Kalia Kamontis. I really like this Scarlet Knights team. They have a chance to go 4-0 for the second year in a row. They're at home tonight, Friday Night Lights. I think this is just a better roster. I think this is the better team. I think even the wrong team might be favored here. I'm going to go with Rutgers. I think they have the offense to put Iowa on.
So we going full Rutgers money line?
I'm taking the 3 just to be safe. Again,
Okay.
it's a Friday game. It's not like I'm watching a whole bunch of Iowa-Rutgers football.
Why would you?
Exactly. So whenever I saw this game, I kind of talked myself into it. I wasn't going to play it, and then the more I read, I'm like, man, situational spot here for Rutgers. I like it.
Yeah, so one of our excellent producers here is TJ. He's a Rutgers guy. I was talking to him yesterday. I think Rutgers is one of like 5 teams to start 3-0 each of the last 5 or 6 years. So they kind of always do this. And last time they were in this exact same scenario, Fox College Football Friday, under lights, packed stadium, at home. It was Nebraska. They got up 13-0. They ended up dropping 14-13.
Yeah.
So here's to hoping that they can maybe change that this time around.
And that little Iowa breakdown by Megan, that's been on repeat for 30 years.
I know.
Yep.
Can't score, good defense, play physical. They are the same thing. You can set your watch to Iowa football. They're the same thing every year. So I'm going to take Iowa. Like, I know what Iowa is. They're predictable. That sounds like 14-13. That sounds like a very...
Rutgers' defense wasn't great last year, but they loaded up in the offseason. They loaded up. So why not Rutgers tonight?
I mean, kind of to Chiefs' point, though, Rutgers is who Rutgers is, and Iowa kind of is who Iowa is.
I know. I think that's why they're favored, because of Iowa's consistency throughout the years. But I'm not seeing them why they should be laying 3 on the road, again, in a hostile environment under the lights.
That's right. I mean, it's Fox College Football Friday.
Hostile environment, Rutgers?
No. TJ, I've talked to TJ about this. It's just not. It doesn't get rocking. They have a little cannon that fires off. Like, it's not like Katic gets rocking.
Yeah, Kinnick's awesome.
Katic gets rocking. Piscataway, New Jersey. I think it's in Piscataway.
Sounds right.
We flew in there like
Fun town name.
3 times.
I think you should give it more credit tonight.
I mean, no, I actually kind of like Rutgers tonight. I will say, battle of 2 great coaches. I don't know. It's just like,
Again,
I don't know.
I talked myself into it. I didn't necessarily want this game. It's not my favorite play of the week, but a little Friday action.
Yeah.
Little underdog at home. Why not?
yeah.
All right, then let's get to what may be the biggest game of the weekend. Now, obviously, we got the Fox Big Noon kickoff game, Utah, Texas Tech, which I want to touch on, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. But we have Mike Katic here, okay? The man who just was the starting center for the Indiana Hoosiers last year as they had the best season in school history, went to the college football playoff. Mikey, a massive test in Bloomington. Brett Bielema, a top 10 Illinois team that seems so consistent right now. 2 great quarterbacks with nearly identical stats in Altmaier and Fernando Mendoza. How we feeling?
I'm nervous. Nervous, but very excited. I'll be at the game. This is my first game back as a fan, and it's going to be rocking.
Bro,
the atmosphere is going to be out of this world. Prime time, 7:30 game at home. Probably one of the biggest home games that we've had in probably 8 to 10 years, I'd say. And it's going to be an unbelievable atmosphere. I'm pumped.
When's the tailgate start?
My parents are coming up with the RV, 12 o'clock noon. My dad will be cooking. Beer will be cracked at 12 o'clock.
Yes.
All the way through the night.
What's on the tailgate menu?
So my dad always makes so it depends. So noon game, my dad will make breakfast sandwiches that are unbelievable. Beers at 9 a.m. But I've never been to a Katic family tailgate. Like, I haven't.
You've only heard about it.
Yeah,
You've
exactly.
played.
I've only heard the lore of it. But they have sliders. My mom's making dips. She's a huge dip girl. Makes dips for everyone.
Well, now, I mean, what kind of dip? Now I have to explore that.
Like, she loves taco dip.
Yep.
Like a 5-layer taco dip. She loves like a
5
corn-
layers.
7 layer.
7-layer? Well, I think my mom makes 5. Anyway.
How are you going to
You
tell
only
this
need
man
5.
how many layers
Yeah.
his mom has, guys?
Like that Mexican like street corn dip.
oh, little
that.
elote
She
dip.
is.
Hell yeah, dude.
She's an absolute demon with the dips. But yeah, I'm really nervous. I think it's all going to come down to, I know Coach Bostad and the offensive line and Coach Sig is going to get that defense ID'd up. I know it. Casey was saying on Unnecessary Roughness that I don't think we can win without me, which is so true. Oh, no. False.
Wow, okay.
I never said that.
Katic was the program.
No.
Katic was the program.
No, Coogan is better than me in my opinion. Coach Bostad's gonna have that Illinois runs a tough defense to block. Heavy box. They love bringing safeties down into the run fits. It's gonna be hard to ID, but Pat Coogan and Coach Bostad will get the boys ready.
So is this a Mendoza game then?
See how nervous I am?
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm nervous for
I
this
can
game.
feel it
But
radiating off.
is it a Mendoza game?
Oh, look, there we go. Mikey, look. So everybody screenshot this. Everybody screenshot
I never
this
said that.
and Screenshot this and
Never
tweet it out,
said
please.
that. I hate this. Yes, Mendoza's gonna have to. He's gonna have to perform.
Okay.
Mikey, how
Nervous, man.
Well, I mean, it makes sense, bro. You're still like I've had so
It
much.
might be a playoff game, effectively.
I'm pulling for you hard, Kate.
Thank you.
Pulling for you hard.
I mean, we haven't won a top 10 matchup since my first start against Penn State at home. The Penix.
Oh, the Penix dive. I remember that.
That was the last time we beat a top 10 team.
Would you? Are you more nervous now watching this
Yes.
than you would be playing?
100%.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm like making calls, you know, and
No
you
agency.
can understand
Yep.
it's like you're making calls out there. You're like, oh no, like on my O linemen, I know them all, but like I'm like, Bray, get up there. But, yeah,
If they miss the calls,
It's always
can't- it's
easier
'cause
from
they
the
can't win without
outside
Kate.
I'm
looking-
nervous.
To look at
Very
the mistakes
nervous.
from the outside and be like, this is what I would do differently, but then you're in the game and
Yeah.
Well, when you're in the game, you have agency, right?
Yeah.
And like all the old cliches about the first hit are true.
Yeah.
Like you have all the butterflies, and then you hit, and you're like, okay, this is football. We're
Yep.
in it now.
Yep.
Watching from the outside, especially when you're as close to playing as Mikey just was, it can be absolutely maddening.
Yeah, it is.
But you're going to have adrenaline pumping, though. It's going to be
Yeah.
awesome. Bloomington's going to be incredible.
Yep.
And this is a premier matchup between tough teams, very well-coached teams, Bielema and Sig. If you missed our interview with Bielema earlier this week, I cannot recommend enough to go check it out. What a fantastic coach. Let's get to Fox Big Noon Kickoff. The college football show going to Utah. Rice-Eccles Stadium is going to be electric as well. A battle of two styles in so many more ways than one. And we'll break down some of this in the crawler corner a bit later on, but or that might be next. But Utah, traditionally great, been for a while, hard-nosed, incredible offensive line with Devin Dampier, great dual-threat quarterback. Texas Tech, new to the party, big spenders, buying their way into the club, spread offense, Baron Morton dropping dimes, and watching those two conflicting styles both on the field and the conflicting styles of the program. It's almost like a proxy war for what college football is going to be.
Give me the traditional guys. Give me Utah. Run the ball, build the program, Whittingham. I love Utah football. I love that crowd. I'm very excited for this game. And I think this is, aside from your game, I feel like this is the marquee game of the weekend.
100% agree. I think what Texas Tech is doing is very good.
Yeah.
I think the quarterback is unbelievable. The offensive line, like they run a very like the heavy play action that you're seeing, like a lot of letting the quarterback air it out, and then you have Utah loading that. I mean, the personnel, 22, 21 personnel. They're very heavy in their personnels, and they like to run the ball. So it's going to be a very weird dynamic, but I think it's going to come out to be a great game.
Megan, do you have a play on either of these games?
I actually do have a play, and I'm going with the dog here on the road in a hostile environment. Would you call Utah a hostile environment?
Yeah, Rice-Eccles going to be crazy.
There we go. Is that just, clearing that from Katic? I'm gonna go with Texas Tech here. Again, they've spent a lot of money in the offseason, all that oil money down in Lubbock. They completely just rebuilt this program. I think they're very well-rounded. I do think this is going to be a tight one, but at the end, I think Texas Tech is going to throw a little air ball and end up covering this game for me.
What about, when you look at the rest of the slate, is there any other game that jumps out to y'all?
Auburn OU.
Yeah.
That one's a good one.
John Mateer has become appointment viewing for me.
Yes,
I have
he
a Heisman
has.
future on John Mateer. I love John Mateer. He might be the most electric quarterback to watch in a long time. He can do a little bit of everything, that short area quickness. He runs people over. He slings it. He does like those jump passes when he's rolling out. The guy's got a hose. So I love watching John Mateer. I also am not a believer in Jackson Arnold.
Well, and that's what Jackson Arnold has to prove that he can throw the ball.
Yeah. Everything's 10 yards and under.
I was talking to Mincy. Mincy's been pretty hot lately. Yes, Megan, I hear you.
No, I'm just him talking.
When I heard that lip smack, what?
I'm gonna be on Oklahoma, but the Jackson Arnold playing in his former house, a little scary.
Yeah, look, it's a revenge game.
A little scary.
But this is also like the new boyfriend trying to do such a good job to erase any memories whatsoever of the old boyfriend. And Jackson's been that thus far. But Hugh Freeze, though, he's dangerous as an underdog. He always is. I don't put too much stock in last week. It was a classic look-ahead spot. I would say the Auburn that we saw against Baylor is more of the Auburn that I would expect to see coming up in Norman. I like Oklahoma. If I end up playing this, though, I think I'm going to take Auburn with the 7.
I'm going to go ahead. I already took 6.5 with Oklahoma here.
Okay.
Obviously, this is a humongous game for Auburn, but they have to get past this Oklahoma team, and on deck, they got A&M.
Yeah, it's about to get, and look, Oklahoma's schedule is absolutely brutal as well, but this is a great one. And then probably the final one, Michigan, Nebraska.
That's what I was going to say.
I mean, Dylan Raiola and Bryce Underwood, back-to-back #1 quarterbacks in the entire country. Raiola finished so badly last year that we all forgot about him. He's been great.
Yeah.
He's been great thus far.
I think
I did forget about him.
Exactly. No, exactly.
Erased him from my brain.
Makes sense.
100%. But I think this is another game like Illinois and Indiana where it's going to set up the rest of their season. Like Michigan, obviously did not have a great season last year. Neither did Nebraska. But how is this game going to set them up for the rest of the season? It's going to be a momentum game. It's going to be about Michigan's offensive line versus Nebraska's front 7. They also run a very tough defense to block, but it's just going to be about winning the trenches. like I say every game, but that's what it comes down to all the time.
What about it's for, if not now, when for Matt Rule at Nebraska?
Yeah.
Fully agree.
It's the rule of 3. Every third year he's incredible, but also it's a Michigan team that is almost perfectly set up to give you maybe more credit than you would deserve for beating them. Like they're deeply flawed. We don't know how good they are, but they're ranked in the top 25. They're coming off a national championship. They have the Underwood hype, even though he's still a true freshman. Nebraska has to win this game.
Yes.
They have to.
Whenever I talked to Katic about this game, because I was looking at the line, obviously Underwood, $12 million man. The Nebraska's plus 1.5 right now, and as Katic was saying, they lost a ton up front. This line feels very strange to me.
Stinky.
Little stink.
I think this is because who Nebraska has been for the past decade. We have seen them countless times with these big opportunities, and every time they find a way to barely lose it in a one-score game.
Yeah.
I believe in Matt Rule. I believe in Raiola. I think he's a year ahead of schedule, literally, on Bryce Underwood. I think Nebraska gets it done at home.
I'm with you on Nebraska.
Another tough place to play at Nebraska.
Go Big Red.
Rocking.
Y'all killed them last year.
GBR.
Y'all killed them last year, dude. Oh, my God.
On 56.
And that kind of felt like this game, where it was early on,
Yeah.
but y'all were looking really good.
That is true.
That is true. That is
I was like,
true.
oh, this is
Went
going to be
into
where
that-
Indiana proves it. Yeah.
But, I mean, Michigan's not Indiana. Michigan
True.
doesn't have Mike Katic.
Yeah, true. No, exactly.
Right. I'm sick of that.
Coming up next here on Wake Up Barstool, we're going to go around the office, talk maybe a little NFL kickoffs as well. We got the Crawler Corner coming up to close out the hour. Keep it locked right here on FS1. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. You're probably pretty hungry. Well, guess what? Got a lot of hungry people in this office. We're going to figure out what the perfect breakfast is, according to all the wonderful people in this building. Ideal, perfect breakfast meal.
Wontons.
Wontons.
No, not necessarily, actually. That's more of a lunch.
Danny Conrad, what's your ideal breakfast meal?
I'm going the American traditional 2 eggs scrambled. If I have the choice between bacon and sausage, I'm doing bacon. But if they have sausage patties, I'm doing that. Got to make sure there's hash browns on the side. If given the option of toast or pancakes, you got to go toast. Pancakes should be an entree, not a side.
Beautifully said. Annika, what's your favorite breakfast meal?
I like a classic breakfast, so it's like usually 3 sausages, 1 pancake, 2 eggs over easy.
Mookie, what's your favorite breakfast meal?
Ooh, it is easily a pork roll, egg and cheese on an everything bagel, and it is pork roll. It's not Taylor ham.
Finger, what's your favorite breakfast meal?
Favorite breakfast meal, 2 eggs over easy, crispy bacon or thick cut peppered, and crispy hash browns.
Hell yeah. Classic. White Sox Dave, what's your favorite breakfast meal?
Skillet all day, every day.
Owen, what's your favorite breakfast meal?
Bacon, egg, and cheese on a plain bagel, hash browns, and add some chipotle aioli to the bagel.
Danny Cardenas, what's your favorite breakfast meal?
Sausage, egg, and cheese, and croissant bread. Croissant over bagel any day of the week.
I kind of agree. I think like biscuits are so consistent and good and easier to find, but it goes croissant, biscuit, bagel. How about that? All right, guys, if that doesn't make you hungry, I know it will. This next segment, more Wake Up Barstool. All right, well, I figured this would happen. There's been a debate started here in studio over the premier vehicle for a breakfast sandwich.
You're out of your mind.
You heard my take there. I'm a biscuit boy at heart. Biscuits are great.
Out of your mind.
But from a pure taste standpoint, the hierarchy is croissant, biscuit, bagel, or croissant.
Croissant.
You're out of your mind.
What is it then?
It is bagel, croissant, biscuit.
You guys are English muffins not even in the starting lineup?
Honestly, I'll put English muffin above croissant.
No, that's...
What? Yep.
These guys just want crumbs all over their shirt. They got flaky crumbs all over you.
Biscuit's gonna break all over you.
Correct.
That's if the biscuit's dry.
Guys,
A bagel
what
holds
biscuits
everything
are you
together
eating?
so well.
What biscuits are you
Katic,
eating
I'll make you bread.
here?
I'll make you some biscuits next week. and
Thank
they
you,
will
Mother.
not
I would love
crumble.
that.
Megan makes homemade biscuits.
Okay,
I make
well,
homemade
please.
everything.
Yeah, it's true.
You're out of your mind.
Oh wait, so Chief, where are you putting your English muffin? You said
I mean,
it's fine. It's fine, but it's not as good as the others. It's poor.
I mean, it deserved a mention.
Okay,
I
apologize.
also look at I avoid foods with like a high mess probability. if I'm having a croissant, those flakes are all over my shirt the rest of the
They
day.
don't stick to you.
They're on it. You don't know.
Yeah, but I want integrity in my
That's true, too.
sandwich,
A
and
flaky
biscuits just
croissant?
I love it.
biscuits
They're
just
delicious. but-
crumble and break off.
Maybe this is a North versus South
It
thing.
has to
I
be,
think
because
so.
again, in the South, we don't get the good bagels.
Yeah, well, that
we
is
don't
true.
get
No,
it
that is
here.
also true. We don't. I've never to all the
So,
Northeast
how
people
about
listening.
this?
I don't really know good bagels.
How about
to
this?
Be fair.
I'll go down to the South, get a good biscuit. You go on the East Coast and get a good bagel.
Okay, I'm always look. There's one of my favorite quotes ever. I'm going to paraphrase here. It's an old Ben Franklin quote, and it's basically like, "Look, I never want to be so set in my opinions that I am unwilling to change in light of new information. So if somebody sends me, or if I can get my hands on an incredible bagel that blows my mind, I'm willing to change. But for now, it is as it stands.
Okay.
Croissant, biscuit."
Oh,
God, with some sausage, egg, and cheese
love
and
food.
bacon on there. And when we were coming back from Cosm last week in the airport, Mikey, you'll appreciate this. I just, a little, whatever. I just went full out, and I stopped at the first place. I got a sausage, bacon, egg, and cheese croissant. And then I walked 100 yards down the airport, went to McDonald's, and got a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit with hash browns.
Well, you got to figure out which one's better.
Just really loading down right before an 8 a.m. flight
McDonald's
off a couple
breakfast
hours of
is
sleep.
I might get that on my way to Bloomington right after this.
Okay, look, let's head back to the NFL real
Yeah,
quick.
let's get back.
I want to leave some time for our crawler corner coming up here. Let's touch on one game. Let me see what game I want to touch on here. Unironically, I'm very excited for a game that I don't know what the national appeal will be, a lot of in-office appeal, and that is Steelers at Patriots. We have a ton of fans from both that work here, and it goes with the theme that we laid out at the beginning of the show. 2 1-1 teams. One fan base is going to be 2-1. Oh my God, we may be a playoff team. Maybe we're so much better than we thought. The other's 1-2, and they feel like they have to fight uphill for the rest of the season. What's the read on the game?
Obviously, the mistakes that the Steelers made last week on special teams turned the whole game around, lost us the game. I thought Rodgers was playing all right. I just think our offense wasn't clicking altogether. I think our defense was playing horrible again for 2 weeks in a row now. They spend all this money on this amazing defense. They pay TJ. They get all the pieces they need with Jalen Ramsey and all that, and they just can't perform at a high level against, and going into New England, I think New England played well last week. I thought, yeah, and I think it's going to be a great matchup. Obviously, a lot in this office. Me, Jerry, Lucas against Hank, Dana, Dave.
Sure, Owen's a Patriots fan.
Yeah, so it's going to be a great game.
Do we know the identity of the Patriots yet?
No.
That's
We
what
know
I'm.
what Drake made.
I don't even know if Drake May's good. Yeah, exactly. I have no idea.
I feel like people were pretty quick to anoint him as oh, he's a guy.
Yeah.
I'm not.
That's big Patriot media working over.
Okay.
That's exactly what that is. That's Patriot propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe Vrabel's a good coach.
I do too.
For whatever that is worth.
I do too. They ran the ball a little bit better last week too. And then, do you think Aaron Rodgers has anything left? I'm starting to think he might be cooked.
I think he does.
I've been waiting for this for a long time.
I think he heard you say that. Not Raji.
Not Rajussi.
I think the key here though is like Mikey said, Steelers second highest defensive payroll in the league, and they've been awful. They got to get that fixed.
Horrible.
Welcome back. Wake Up Barstool here on FS1 Friday. It's here, guys. The weekend is here. Football is here. Maybe you're gonna have some beers tonight. Maybe. Woo! I can't wait. I'm taking my daughter to the hockey rink, the ice rink later today.
Love that for you.
Look at me, dude.
You have embraced Chicago fully. You're in the north. Your daughter's playing hockey. It's great.
It's awesome, dude. I don't believe that for a second.
Oh, I have video.
Well, look at his balance.
No figure skater has ever eaten 3 string cheeses before 6:30 a.m.
Can you imagine him in a little leotard out there?
I was in a bedazzled suit.
No way.
After that recital, my dad signed me up for football.
Father of the year.
Oh man, it does it's that time of year where normally if I was back in Baton Rouge, Nutcracker rehearsals would be starting.
Ooh,
I'm
I
a
like
big
that.
musical theater fan. I was a Purple Party dad, not to brag. But the point is, my daughter this weekend, I'm very excited. She's never really had a passion for anything yet, and she's learning to skate now. She's on a hockey team, and she absolutely loves it.
That is awesome.
So when you get older, it's hard to make friends, right? I think you can't appreciate this yet, but for the rest of us in this room right now,
I don't even want to make new friends.
well, okay, but I have to.
Yeah, because
Right?
you knew. I'll be
And
your friend.
I have
guess.
to. Being up here now, my wife does. My poor wife, she's just stuck at home right now as we like move and everything. But this hockey rink, apparently, she's been scouting out, bringing her. It's going to be my first time going. They got a nice little bar, nice little restaurant. Said the parents look cool. So, like,
Wow.
I'm kind of going to be going to try to flirt with friends.
It's like a first date.
Yes, but like a blind first date. Like, I'm gonna go post up with my beer, and I'm gonna be kind of looking like, oh, that guy looks cool. We could maybe talk about sports or something.
Playing around with your napkin.
Yeah,
body a
looking
little
all
side
shy,
eye.
blushing. What are y'all gonna get into this Friday?
Well, I'm heading down to Bloomington right after this.
What's the bar?
Me and Ella are guest bartending tonight. Well, Pub Punk, the Barstool band's playing at Kilroy Sports tonight. So me and Ella are going to guest bartend, watch the show, get up tomorrow. Parents are driving in tonight with the RV, going to tailgate all day with them tomorrow. Going to go to the game tomorrow night, go out after the game, be back here on Sunday for the NFL games.
Mikey, you and Ella have a podcast together.
Yes.
And
oh, man.
And you can plug it, but
Yeah,
Chief, did you see this clip?
About her spending 10 grand a night.
I almost threw up.
Did she say that she spent 60 to 70 grand at the bars her senior year?
Yes. She said.
And it's not a lie. It's
So
not a bit.
she-
It's
No, I
like-
believe it.
I've heard her say it before, like
It's
off camera.
1,000.
So she said she spent $11,000 in just the month of April, and I go, okay. Like I thought she meant 11,000 the whole year. So I said, yeah, I probably spent 20,000 of my own money, my NIL money, for the whole
so
year.
crazy that y'all have NIL money like
For
that.
the whole
I probably
year, though.
spent $1,000. Oh my!
Because I was going more for like my boys and like the memories
Yeah.
and like all that kind
And
of
you
stuff.
had money.
I'll buy dinner for the boys. I'll buy a table, things like that. And she goes, "Oh, you spent 20,000 in a month?" I go, "No, that was the whole year." She goes, "Oh, I spent 11,000 in 1 month." I go, "Oh my God." She's getting throttled.
I don't even know how you do that, because what's a beer at
Well, so
Kilroy's?
she's buying
like
tables.
$3?
Like she's
Okay.
opening
Tables
tabs,
and bottles
like
and-
all her friends can put whatever they want on that
Now,
tab.
okay,
and then she'll buy a table, which if you get like big tables at these on big nights,
$8 grand,
$1,000,
Like
2,000.
Wait.
And she's going out Thursday.
I mean,
Friday,
people
Saturday.
our age were selling blood to get $20.
Yeah.
to get
I
a
know,
case of
bro.
beer.
I know.
But also, she's going out Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So like she's getting tabs and
Getting her
tables.
money's worth.
my parents
used to
gave me
buy-
$200 a month and was like, make it last.
You're
That's a
rich.
good allowance.
Yeah.
No, it's. I mean, we used to buy flats of Natty Light, $9.99 for 16 tall
That
boys.
is so
or excuse me,
beautiful.
24 tall boys, 32 regular beers, 33 cents.
30
beer,
rack.
Great deal.
30 rack.
Incredible deal.
Ice.
What now? Ella is social media. She's famous on social media.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, you had your NIL money.
Yeah.
Was this her social media money?
Nope.
No,
Papa.
this is Daddy.
This is Papa Griff. I'm gonna see him this weekend. I'm gonna
Shout
have,
out to Papa Griff.
I'm gonna
What
have
a
a
legend,
conversation.
dude.
And not just that, she's one of 5 girls.
girls.
Bro,
5. They all get that
he's a
spending.
is
virgin.
Papa Griff Kevin McAllister?
Yes.
Guess where Ella was last night?
Where?
In Bloomington, bought a table on her dad.
Let's go, dude.
And the sign said, "Table on Mr. Griff."
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember those old commercials? It was like never graduate.
Yeah. I'm gonna see Mr. Griff this weekend. I'm gonna say, "God bless you, sir," because you are an unbelievable
Yep.
father.
So there we go. Look, you see it right there. The Barstool College Football Show going to be live bright and early, 7 a.m. I think local time. There in
Grandpa
Utah.
Brandon's gonna be struggling.
FS1 coming up afterwards. Yeah, Brandon, you hear that? He's floating right outside the studio.
Frankie, old curmudgeon.
Yeah, he is a bit curmudgeonly, isn't he?
But that's 24 hours a day. It has nothing to do. He'll be just as cranky at 7 a.m. as he is at 7 p.m.
Now, if any of this recent conversation freaked you out and you're thinking about, wow, I need more money in my pocket, what better way then, guys, to go to our own Megan Making Money, I suck. Megan's Money Corner. All right, Megan, give us the plays for this weekend. Let's discuss.
All right, so I already went over a couple with you guys. I gave you guys Rutgers plus the 3. Obviously, that one's kind of hold your nose, and if you want to play it, you want to play it. I told you guys I'm on Texas Tech plus the 3. Again, I think that air raid ends up giving us the cover there. Next game I'm on, TCU. Obviously, SMU is going to be, throwing the ball, trying to keep pace with this TCU team, but I think their balanced attack will creep out and give us the cover there. Next one I love is, again, Oklahoma. This is a team I've been riding, and I probably will until the wheels fall off. I got a -6.5 here. Yes, sir?
Okay, so real quick, on the TCU front, I love this pick. Here's the deal with TCU. They made the national championship 2 years ago.
Right.
Last year, they come out the gates, or excuse me, and then whenever they made the national championship, the year after they come out, they lose Colorado, they do awful, right? But last season, they ended up finishing, and then we kind of forgot about them last year. They ended up finishing strong. They won 6 of the last 7. Josh Hoover made himself into one of the better quarterbacks in the entire country. This is huge for TCU because they are clearly better, top to bottom, than SMU. But SMU still has the cachet from making the playoffs last year. And so this is a big symbolic opportunity for TCU to and Josh Hoover as well, to get a little more national shine.
And I mean, this is just the battle of the 2 Dallas schools with the most money. So, it's who should be on top here.
Ooh, dude, a table at one of these clubs?
Yeah.
Gonna be expensive.
Would be rough. Again, with Oklahoma, Jackson Arnold going back, I really looked at Auburn, tried to make a case for him, but again, Mateer is just that dog. And
think about Auburn though, Meg. Auburn has NFL talent, like as much as anybody.
Look, I'm not, again, as I said, I tried to talk myself into Auburn. Again, Jackson Arnold going back, the old boyfriend theory.
Great weapons.
Situational for sure, but I have to ride with my guy Mateer and this Oklahoma team, because they've made me money, and again, you got to go back to a well if it's going to continue to.
It's fair.
To bring a green up.
Completely fair.
Next game that I really had an eye on. I didn't really know what to do in that Michigan-Nebraska game, obviously because the line, as I mentioned, was a little stinky. But why not put a little money on the $12 million man for an anytime touchdown?
I love this one.
Plus 245, Bryce Underwood,
Yeah.
anytime touchdown.
Sycophants, one and all. Look at you. Is there brown on y'all's noses? Where's Dave?
I feel like that's good value, plus 245.
Yeah, $12 million
Maybe
man.
they take the shackles off him a little bit.
Yeah.
To be fair, they did seem to unlock something in letting him run.
Yeah.
Last week,
Which
right?
is part of why, again, Katic saying that Nebraska lost a lot. So I'm thinking he gets those wheels a turning and he gets in the end zone. Maybe even twice.
Gets those wheels a turning.
Get those wheels turning and burning. And lastly, I think it might be my favorite play. Oh, no, not my favorite play, but Florida team total under 21.5 against.
Is this just a hater play? Is this a Gator hater play, or what's the?
I have zero faith in the Florida Gators. TJ Lagway has just thrown 6 picks already this year. He's got 0 protection. I mean, look, DJ, aka Worker, mixing it up, throwing it to the wrong team. So yeah, I don't trust this Florida team. That U defense is probably just going to take them down. Florida team total under 21.5, and as of right now, those are really all of my plays. I might take a first half Temple bet against Georgia Tech. I think they might be due to come out flat.
I don't mind a first half one. I'm not with you on the full game because I believe in Tech.
I am high on
and Brent Key.
Look, I was just looking for a double-digit potential upset, but again, I think Temple could hang in there first half. I do think Georgia Tech ends up whomping, but I just a thought.
Watch out, though. I think it was Dave who trusted Temple last week, first quarter, plus 6.5, and John Mateer and company took care of that one.
And then I'm also kind of interested in Clemson, minus 17.5. Obviously, they're going to have to come out and spank somebody eventually. Yeah. Is it going to be Syracuse? I don't know. 18 points still for a Clemson team that hasn't done much.
Yeah.
Hard to say.
They have not been the same without Brett Venables.
No.
Those two guys were like Pippen and Jordan. And together they're magic, and we'll see what OU is now. Now they have a real offense, but it just felt like maybe they should have found a way to keep them together forever.
Yeah, Clemson, I don't know that there's ever been a more confusing team than Clemson. Because a lot of people, when teams start to fail, everybody loves to be like, oh, well, of course they are. But I'm sorry, guys. If we're doing a truly honest accounting, there were some signs, but it was not obvious. Like, if you go in NFL scouting circles right now, Clemson has top 3 round talent at almost every single position group.
But the last 3 years, that's all.
Top 10 picks.
We've heard Clemson beating their chest preseason, kind of like A&M, and it's like, now A&M's doing something. But Clemson, why are you beating your chest at the beginning of the season?
Because in my opinion,
I know it's the group, but at the same time, it's Groundhog's Day for them again, in my opinion. Like, we've seen this song and dance.
I will say, it takes me about 10 years to like trick my brain.
Yes.
Like Clemson's no longer good.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm on like year 3 of being like, I have 7 more years of believing in Clemson.
I still think of the Seattle Seahawks as the Legion of Boom.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
That's so true.
Watch out for them.
I don't know if it'll ever leave.
See that uniform.
That's so good. That is so good.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah. All right, so this actually leads pretty well into the upset talk then. Looking around the country, mine is pretty easy. It's unranked Nebraska, ranked Michigan. I think Nebraska is the better team. I think they just have to overcome the burden of history.
Yep.
Meg, do you have a upset pick?
I don't necessarily have the upset pick. Again, I think Temple would probably be first half would be my play there. That's pretty much all I have in upset land. And again, if you want to, again, I think Rutgers could win outright. It's only +3, and then Texas Tech I think could win outright in Utah.
I actually don't know this. What's the spread on Indiana, Illinois?
I don't. You know what? I don't know because I can't bet it.
It went up 2 yesterday. Upset pick of the week: Indiana over Illinois. Book it.
Chief, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
0-2.
No.
How
If there was ever a time to play Purdue, it is right now.
100%.
It's like we need a gift from the football gods, and here it comes with the Boilermakers. So I think last year Notre Dame put up like 66. It was like 66-7.
Yep.
This is a get-right game. I am very concerned about Chris Ash. If you go, the defensive coordinator, if you go through his resume, my God, is it horrible. Fired at Arkansas, fired as a DB coach at other place. So he was a scout last year because he didn't have a job, and then somehow he pops up. So if Freeman starts getting involved with the defense, they fix that, they'll be fine. I think they pump Purdue this week.
Yeah, I agree.
So
it's
24.5, I'm taking it.
I still kind of agree with your Notre Dame fan out there. Big Cat's Copium Den from Tuesday's pretty logical, which is that arguably you're in a better spot now than you were last year. I mean, you lost to two teams that look like they could be top 10, maybe even top 5 in the entire country. So
Big Cat saved my fall.
Game to start it.
He saved my fall.
With that take?
Yeah, because I was like, well, I don't even care about football now. We're 2 weeks in and football season's over.
That's the power of the Copium Den, guys. Every Tuesday here on Wake Up Barstool. Coming up next, we're going to do a little line shift. Katic, Chief, thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
This was awesome, dude.
Blast.
We got Brandon Walker, Barstool Big Cat coming in. Megan staying here. We're going to give you picks, continue to break down the weekend. Keep it locked on FS1. More in a couple minutes. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. A little line change, guys. We do it every Friday. We got our picks for the weekend coming up. Brandon, Big Cat, myself. It's a competition going on all year long. Megan's still here hanging out with us, which is wonderful. Boys, what's up, man? How's the Friday going thus far?
Good.
Amazing.
It's good.
Great.
Yeah?
Super.
There's no better feeling than a Friday in the fall when you have,
The best.
I don't know, 70 games I'm going to gamble on this weekend, all in front of me. The world is my oyster. I had the thoughts of going undefeated this weekend.
Probably going to win them all.
Probably going to win them all. Yeah, it's the best. It's the best feeling.
Yeah, you get to choose. So you're gonna. Right now, you're winning everything.
Correct.
You did just deal.
No, I'm gonna bet Iowa tonight. I think I'm gonna lose that one.
I think you're gonna lose that too.
I'm just being honest. Yeah, that's probably a loss.
Well, you could switch now since you think you're going to lose it.
No.
Okay. All right.
It's just a loss.
Set your expectations low, and you can't be hurt.
Yeah.
You also just did deal with that most complicated of situations, a school carpool line.
Oh, yeah.
And especially like when maybe you're the dad, you don't do it all the time for whatever reason. It can get so hard. You're getting honked at, yelled at. I used to fall asleep in line all the time.
Yeah.
Which was very embarrassing.
How
But
long was that
congratulations to
line?
you. What's that?
You were falling asleep in the line?
Yeah, I don't sleep a lot. And so like it would be one of those times where it'd be like maybe 20 minutes and I'd have nothing to do.
Oh,
and
see, my situation, I do it every day with my kids.
Okay.
It's just like a city block, and I just find the most illegal spot to park. Open the doors and just like throw them out.
Just like in The Mask where they throw Jim Carrey out of the Bongo Club.
Yeah. Oftentimes I'll like take a left on like I'll like park going the like opposite all the other cars. You know what I mean? Park on the wrong side of the street and just be like, whatever, we got to get this done.
Of all the movies and TV shows to have a reference from, you chose The Mask throwing him out of the club.
Yeah, the Coca Bongo
There's
Club.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. There's all these shows where they throw people out.
I don't know why me and my little brother were...
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz.
It's Cameron Diaz.
Okay, actually, Megan, that's a very fair point.
It's also Tommy Walker's favorite movie. I'd like to report that to you right now.
Okay,
The Mask.
So I'm sure Tommy's probably seen it like 100 times.
Yeah.
Me and my little brother were the same way. We used to watch that and Goonies on repeat. Wore out the VHS. All right, guys, you two.
Yeah.
Got a little NFL matchup coming up. Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'm only representing the quarterback for one
He's
team.
just a Dak fan.
I'm a Dak fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Dak.
So this is a proxy war then for you.
Yeah.
You're like Rush. I'm not fully involved, but like I do support Dak. But still, Bears, Cowboys, Bears at home. Big Cat.
Yeah.
I don't know what's in your heart.
I got you.
In terms of winning.
I got you.
What do you need to see so that you're not just miserable leaving this?
I'm not going to tell you who's going to win this game. I don't
need to.
know who's going to win this game, okay? What I'm going to tell you, though, is this is a gateway game. And what I mean by that, if the Bears can win this game, don't be shocked if we're sitting here in a month and a half and they're 5-4 or 6-3.
That's what we love to see.
If they lose this game, season's over, it's cooked. But this is a gateway game. I've looked at the schedule, I've crunched the numbers, I've done some advanced analytics. If they can win this game on Sunday, and again, I have no idea if they can stop the Cowboys even a little bit because Jalen Johnson's out now. They're banged up on defense. They have no pass rush. The Cowboys offense is really good. Yeah, look at this. Like, I'm just saying, if they can win on Sunday, 5-4 and 6-3, and that will be the shocker where everyone's like, I thought the Bears season was over when they were 0-2 and got dismantled by the Lions. So this is the game. If they have any pride, this is the game. But yeah, it's gonna be a tall task to stop the Cowboys' offense. On the other side, Caleb should have a great game because the Cowboys' defense just made Russell Wilson look 10 years younger. He was 2 yards away from his all-time passing record. He had 450 yards. He lit them up. So it's gonna be a shootout. If the Bears win, watch out.
Guys, did you see that, guys? Here on live TV, you just got to witness the birth of that most wonderful of feelings, the rebirth of hope.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do a gateway game every year, usually around this time, where I'm like, if the Bears can win this, then this can happen. But yeah, 0-3 start. If they lose this game, it's over. Just don't even play the rest of the season.
Actually, Brandon, let's forget. I mean, because do you care to stump for the Cowboys here at all?
Well, I do think the Cowboys are 1-1, right? And the Cowboys won that game the other day that was basically a college football game. There were mistakes after mistakes. Yeah. The Cowboys' defense looked terrible. I would imagine this one's going to look a lot like it.
Yeah.
Like the Bears' defense has been god-awful. Everybody, when they won't talk about the Bears and they talk to you, I assume they won't talk about Caleb. But the Bears' defense has been terrible.
Which is at odds with who the Bears should be. When you think about the franchise identity.
Correct. The Bears should have a great defense like the Ravens and Steelers every year. I don't care how bad those defenses are. They should be good every year because of the uniforms they wear.
Yep.
I just think people haven't really given credit. Dak is really good, and he does this joke where he's the 17th best quarterback in the NFL, and he's not. He's way better than that, and they're going to score a lot of points.
It's not a joke.
It is a joke.
It's not a joke.
It's a joke.
You list all the quarterbacks you'd rather have over him, and he ends up at 17.
I don't think you get to 17.
Okay.
You get to like 8. You don't get to 17.
8 is
17's crazy.
Yeah,
17 is crazy.
Healthy Dak is very good.
He's fine.
He finished second in the MVP 2 years ago.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's fine.
Why is she talking?
Why? I feel like they are attacking you a little bit right now.
A little bit.
I'm not attacking. I'm sitting here saying Dak Prescott's fine.
They're attacking you right now. That's not very nice.
Don't do that.
That was bad.
I'm just saying facts. I mean, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
He's better than fine.
Everything's fine.
The general point here is he's better than fine. He's treated like he's fine. He's better than fine.
He
gets hurt a lot.
We need the Chiron to read Dak is fine.
He's fine.
He's better than fine.
Okay, what about Thursday Night Football last night? Another classic
Dolphins
game.
are losers. That's what about.
Yeah, but they actually fought hard.
That's the
last night.
problem, Big Cat.
Yeah.
No matter what they do, no matter how Tua looks in the first half, no matter what position they put themselves in, they're always going to rough a punter. They're always going to get a 15-yarder. They're going to do things losers do.
But I want to ask.
He's going to throw the back-breaking interception every single time.
Listen, I agree with you. I'm totally agreeing with you that they're losers. But I'm saying this was I actually, when we did PMT last night, I did a round of applause for the NFL. This is why the NFL is king, because the Dolphins are one of the worst teams in the league. The Bills might be the best team in the league, and this was a very competitive game for 4 quarters. So credit to the NFL. They did it again. They know how to make these teams really close in skill level.
How about this, guys? Tell me if you agree with this. This is pretty brutal for Mike McDaniel to me because he actually coached his ass off last night.
Correct.
Like, they have no explosivity. They're having to dink and dunk against a defense that's so much better. They can't generate any pressure. Like, they're so much worse. And yet, to Big Cat's point, it was 21-21. You would stop Josh Allen for a 3rd time.
I know Tyreek Hill is across the hill and going down a little
Yeah.
bit, but he's still explosive related to a lot of other NFL receivers. Achan's very explosive. Like, they have these explosive parts. They have these parts that can score a lot of points, and when they get in the groove, they get going, but they're going to do something stupid every single time. It's the roughing the punter. It's the interceptions. It's everything. They just do things that losers do.
Again,
and the Bills are really good.
But if you look at Tua's stat line, you would never guess that this game was as close as it was.
Yeah, he didn't throw for that many yards.
No, that's my point, right? McDaniel was scheming as hard as he could possibly scheme, and he had it. And then the roughing the punter. But that's what bad teams do.
Yeah, and the Bills are a really good team. And the Bills are proving that, they're kind of doing the opposite of what the Cincinnati Bengals have tried to do, in the fact that the Bills do not have a premier pass catcher.
Yeah.
They do have a premier offensive line for Josh Allen. And then you saw last night the Bills had 6 receivers have 2 or more receptions. He spreads the ball around to everyone. It doesn't matter who gets the ball. They know that if they give Josh Allen a little bit of time, he's going to find the open guy.
And he had all the time in the world last
night.
night.
Their offensive line, I don't know why we don't talk about it more, because we talk about the Eagles or the Lions. The Bills' offensive line is fantastic, and they can run the football. I think James Cook might be one of my favorite running backs to watch run the ball in the league now. The way he shifts and moves, he's really
patient.
They said it on the broadcast last night that James Cook is kind of almost like the last 2 years, he's kind of figured out exactly how to play the running back position, and it shows when you're watching him play. It's just a fun watch.
Also, last night, Dan, he became the first player to go over 100 rush yards in 36 games against the Dolphins. That's a pretty unbelievable streak by Miami.
Oh,
like single player.
36
What's
yards,
that?
36 in a row.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
What?
The Dolphins hadn't allowed a 100-yard rusher in 36 games.
Yes,
That's what you just said?
Sorry, did I butcher that? That's what I was trying to say.
The way you said it, I thought he just rushed for 100 yards his 36th straight game against.
Oh no, I'm an idiot. My bad, guys.
You guys want a little fun fact?
I would.
On Friday mornings is all full of facts and stats.
Sure.
How many games in a row do you think Josh Jacobs has scored a touchdown?
1, 2.
I mean, the nature of the question is making me want to say
22.
Like 9.
11. He won 11 in a row. Isn't that crazy?
I was half right.
He scored 11 in a row. The record, obviously, Christian McCaffrey was 17.
McCaffrey did
17. Remember that when we got to that point where it was like minus 300 every time? But 11 is like, that isn't talked about. That's a pretty crazy stat.
Yeah. Packers, too, looking like they should cruise to 3-0.
What?
Browns this Sunday.
The same thing as last night.
That's what the NFL gets you.
That's why the NFL's king.
The NFL gets you.
Good job, NFL. They got pros on that side, too.
Yeah. It's razor-thin margins, but the Browns will shoot themselves in the foot.
You're making me want to take the Browns.
The Browns will shoot themselves in the foot. Take him. How dare you?
No, I mean, I already put in my pick, so I can't flip. I'm not allowed to flip because of Dave. Dictator.
Wait, but that's on the college show, right?
Yeah, but he's like, and then
he's following you
I
everywhere.
thought you jumped on, and they're following me everywhere.
Oh, they're doing it on advisors
too. The pick police are crazy. I live in a prison. They say, hey Dan, pick every single game on the weekend, but make sure you pick it on Tuesday morning.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Pick it by Monday night,
and don't have a change of opinion whatsoever. Mm-hmm. They basically just don't want me to win.
They just pigeonhole you.
They want to just keep me down. So
they're
that's
taking your sunshine away.
Yeah, they're taking my sunshine. They're caging a bird, songbird
with beautiful feathers.
Yes.
Didn't Didn't Dave have some flip picks recently?
Yeah, of course.
I
He's
think
a
Dave's
hypocrite.
allowed to do that, apparently.
Yeah, he's a hypocrite.
Wow. Hate to see it. Again, guys, check out Pick'em. And again, college football. Brandon, real quick, before we go to break.
Yeah.
We getting excited for tomorrow, bro?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, stay excited.
Oh, bro, college football show live in front of that crowd's going to be electric.
I thought Mississippi State had a big game.
Well, okay. So last year we played a MAC team and we lost 41-14. This year we're playing Northern Illinois.
Oh, you're going to kill them.
I'm not excited about it. I think we'll handle business pretty good because we're better. But I'm nervous.
Yeah.
But you are going down to Starkville next week.
I am going to the Tennessee game next week.
There is a
Come on, T-Bob.
What?
Come on. What are we doing?
I want to talk about this.
Why?
There's a biscuits and gravy wrestling competition.
Are you going to be competing
with
in
sexy women going
I'm not
on.
going to be competing at it.
Why?
Because I'm
Same cup size.
Oh my God, that's just. Is this the Bears? Is this the Bears doing this?
Brandon has boobs.
That was a good joke. That was a good joke.
What was that for?
That was a good joke.
We wake up on Friday morning for this?
That was a good joke.
Freaking Bears, man. They've got Dan lashing out left and right.
Just because it's...
No, that wasn't a lash out. That was a joke.
Biscuits and
I would
gravy.
like to see you wrestle. I'd like to see you compete.
I'm sorry. Are biscuits and gravy cool? Yes.
Yes.
Is wrestling cool?
Yes.
Are beautiful women cool?
Yes.
Sounds great.
Great.
True.
Why are you hollering?
That's actually, that was a great selling of it.
That was a great pitch.
Yeah.
All right, when we get back here at Wake Up Barstool, we got to get to our picks for the weekend. The competition continues, guys. More Wake Up Barstool coming up right here on FS1. What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. Here at Barstool Sports, we consider ourselves a company full of football guys. Now, that could be boys, girls, whatever, but football guys, guys who love ball. And right now, I am so pleased to be joined by Tom Cillo. If you don't know Tom Cillo, this is one of the ultimate football guy stories of all time. Tom, back in the 80s, dropped out of high school, quit football to, in his words, pursue maybe other things. And then now, decades later, is pursuing his dream of playing college football Division III, live coming at 58 years old. Tom, what's up, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. And Megan, good morning.
Good morning.
Hell yeah, Tom. Hey, okay, so give us a little backstory in your words. What happened in high school? How'd you get to where you are now?
Back in high school, I was athletic. I loved playing sports, baseball, basketball, football. And I had signed up for football, and I was 15 years old, but I seemed to have a different kind of passion, too. I got introduced to, let's just say, some things that I took a liking to.
Yeah.
And once that happened, I kind of shoved some other things to the side, and I just went down a different path that I didn't necessarily see coming, but that's just the reality of it. That's the path I took, and so I ended up never going to college. It was always a dream of playing college football and college basketball too. I love basketball, so stay tuned on that one.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Dang.
I'm just saying.
So, Tom, Brandon Walker here, #1 college football media personality in the world. I'm 46 years old. I get hurt getting out of my car in the morning. How is your body holding up doing these practices every single day at 58 years old?
Listen, I'm just going to be straight. It's tough. It's really tough. Getting through camp was kind of brutal, honestly. Oof. I mean, you're talking almost 2 weeks of maybe like 12 to 14-hour days. We would have a mandatory team breakfast, and then we would have some meetings and then walkthroughs, mandatory lunch, a little bit of an afternoon gap, and then we would have afternoon practice, mandatory dinner, and then more meetings, and we would wrap up 9:30 at night. And then you're stacking these days, one right after the other. It's tough. And, listen, just getting through one college football practice, 1 2.5 to 3 hour practice is a challenge. And, unapologetically, I will say my conditioning is off the charts. I mean, to just try to stack this up day after day after day, it's not easy. And then you throw in studies and classes and life. So it's a challenge, but my body's feeling it. I'm not going to lie.
So, Tom, are we going to get you in a game? I mean, what's going on with Coach? I heard Coach is maybe like being prejudiced to your age, not giving you some. Like, what's going on here? We got to get you into a game. Maybe just. I'm not saying you got to play every down, but maybe you're a third down package when you're just going after the quarterback. Why aren't we getting some game time? Let's get you going.
Well, I would love that. Listen, I'm working my way to that point. I really am. Listen, I'm grinding every day, and I'm thinking stuff through every night, and I would love nothing more than to sprint out. Listen, when my number's called, and it'll be called at some point, I'm going to look like Usain Bolt sprinting out on that field. I cannot wait. And listen, I don't have to over-explain this to you guys. Football is a tough sport. It's very physical, and guys are starting to get banged up a little bit. And so I'm getting a lot of scout team reps. I'm getting knocked around there, but I'm working it, man, and just keeping ready. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Tom, what's it like being back with the boys, dude? I mean, what's that relationship like? How do they treat you, them? It's got to be just pretty surreal being surrounded by all these 18 to 22-year-olds.
You summed it up perfectly. It is kind of surreal at times, but it's been great. These guys have welcomed me with open arms, and our relationship is just getting better and better all the time. And when I first came in, I didn't want respect handed to me. I didn't want it given to me. My mindset was I'm going to come in here and earn it. So we had to do some lifting tests, and I'm well versed in the weight room. That was no problem. Then we had to do a conditioning test where the linemen, we had to run goal line to 15 and back in 6 seconds. Okay, maybe not a big deal, right? But you got to knock it out 16 times.
Yep.
And so with a little bit of break in between. So I knocked out 16 for 16, and not ashamed to say I smoked a number of guys in the process too. So, so I got their attention right out of the gate, and so again, I wanted to earn that respect and not have it handed to me. And I'll just say too, another way that I've connected with the guys. I have 3 kids that are all older than most of my teammates, and. My youngest son is 21 years old, and he recently competed, and my apologies ahead of time to Mr. Beast, but he competed in a Mr. Beast tournament.
Oh.
And when I heard about this, I had no idea who he was. I did a Google search, and I'm like, wow, okay. And so when I told my teammates, hey, my son is going to compete in a Beast tournament, I mean, they were going crazy. So
this is the cool guy. He's the cool dad.
Yeah. So the tournament has since ended, and actually tomorrow evening, I'm trying to secure a place here on campus, just kind of like a team building event. We're going to have a watch party. It airs on YouTube tomorrow. So I'd like to have a watch party. I'm going to have some food catered in and get together with the team, and we're just going to hoot it up, baby. We're gonna root him on,
Hell
so
yeah.
I can't wait.
Tomorrow's Saturday. Do you have a game?
Yes, we do.
But
yes,
early.
there-
Yeah, but he doesn't play.
Okay, all right. I'm
No,
just
tomorrow
wondering.
night.
Maybe let's focus on the game, Tom.
No, tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Maybe you will play tomorrow.
We're not going to cancel the game for the watch party. The watch party's at night.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Just making sure our priorities are where they need to be, Tom.
Yeah, I'm with you, brother.
I need to get you in the game. I want to see you in the game. I need you to start. I need to see you chasing the quarterback.
It's gonna
I feel
happen.
like you could get
Doing
a
a sack
sack.
dance.
Yeah.
Doing a sack dance from like 1972.
Well, listen, I don't know if I do a Mark Gastineau kind of dance, but that would be the thrill of a lifetime. And I'll tell you, if I have a beat on the quarterback, he better had a good pre-energy that day, because I'm going to be hunting him down.
Love
I'm
that.
going to be chasing.
Yeah, man, it's a lifetime of dreams thrown into that rush. Tom, what are the dynamics of how this played out? Like, how did this idea originate, and when did you think, like, I can actually maybe do this?
Let me go back. The origin of it is I trained here at the local YMCA for years, for quite a number of years. And one of the guys at the gym I got to know quite well, Mark Sittler. He's a Lycoming grad. He actually played here in the 1980s. And so I got to know Mark very well. And, I not all that long ago reached out to Mark and I said, Mark, I feel like I need a change in my life, I just wanted a reboot. Life had become a little bit mundane, and you can't just sit in the recliner, put your feet up and wait for a text message from change. It don't happen that way. So I reached out to Mark, and I said, I think I'm still physically capable of pulling this off. I'd like to give it a shot. Well, Mark is a trustee now for Lycoming College, and he's good friends with the head coach, Mike Clark. And so he reached out to him and said, hey, I got this guy that's interested in playing college football, always been a dream of his. So I had some conversations with Coach, and he understood pretty quickly that I was very serious about this. And so when we decided to move forward with it, and major props to Coach and Lycoming College for believing in me and giving me this opportunity. And but as it started to move forward, I locked in, man. I locked in, and my conditioning work was off the charts. And I came into camp, as about as prepared as I could. And but even having said that, it's still tough, man. It's college football, and it's physical, and it's a grind.
It is a grind, but it's incredible to watch from afar, man. What a story. Follow your dreams, guys. We got the 64-year-old tuba player at LSU following his. We got Tom Cillo, Lycoming College, playing the game at 58. You look great, by the way, as well.
Yeah, let's go. Thank you.
Look, Tom, best of luck to your Raiders come Sunday. Massive game there as well. You have an excellent day, my friend. Best of luck with this season. I hope you get that sack. Thank you so much for waking up with us.
Yeah, I appreciate it very much. Yes, pleasure meeting you all.
Thanks, Tom. Best of luck.
Man.
Yeah,
oh, that's
thank
awesome, guys. What a great story.
Yes.
Shout out to our wonderful production team.
Never grow up.
Yeah.
I really wanted to ask if he had a fun nickname from any of his teammates.
Oh, man.
Well, why didn't you?
Well, I didn't want to interrupt the interview.
No. Okay, we'll talk about it during the break. We'll talk about it. All right,
Love it.
Coming up next, it is once again time to enter the pick-off. Myself, Big Cat, Brandon, 1 week in the books. Second week coming up. We'll check the records, do it once again. Wake Up Barstool, guys. It is time to do some picks. Now, of course, we already had Megan's Money Corner. She gave you some excellent plays over the weekend. But now we have a season-long competition going down. It is myself, it's Big Cat, it's Brandon. It's 5 picks a week. Let's go ahead and put the records up from last week, guys. See what happened here. Oh, there we go. Solid start. Solid start for the boys.
No. Who did the art?
I actually like it.
Why is my green line so much more defined than the others?
It really is.
I mean, if they're trying to basically say, hey, here's a show of guys who are in their 50s.
Yeah.
They nailed it.
No, T-Bob, you look like a Bitmoji.
They nailed it.
I do look like a little happy Bitmoji, don't I?
I look like Ellen.
Yeah, a little bit.
I've gotten...
Fierce.
Yeah, they used to do those message boards back in the day when you would play somebody and the opposing fans would give you lookalikes.
Sure.
Those
were good.
I got Roseanne. I got Ralphie from The Simpsons.
Roseanne.
Yeah, I got probably the worst grouping of characters ever. All right, who wants to go first with this week's picks?
I'll go first.
He needs to go first.
All right, I'll go first. I'm the loser of the week. All right, so I'm doing something a little different this week. I have my respect picks. These are my respect picks in college football. These are teams that I've already bet an over on and won this year, and I'm just going back to the well. So I got Arkansas, Memphis, 62.5. Arkansas doesn't play defense. They play great offense.
Yep.
SMU, TCU, same deal. SMU can't get a stop.
Right.
So that's 62.5. And then Tulane, Ole Miss, 61.5. Ole Miss, Arkansas matchup last week. That was the easiest over on the board.
Yep.
I gave that out. And then in the NFL, so 49ers, Cardinals, 49ers minus 2.5. I looked at it. Actually, the Cardinals are really good against Kyle Shanahan. They're 9-7 against Kyle Shanahan. Yeah, it's actually his worst record against any opponent. And Kyler Murray's 4-4 against the 49ers. But he's 1-3 against the 49ers with Robert Saleh as the defensive coordinator. Robert Saleh, if you've read any of the stuff coming out of the 49ers and the beat reporters, This defense is bought all the way back in. So it's less a bet on like Mac Jones. I also just don't think I'm not buying the Cardinals yet. They beat the Saints. They beat the Panthers. Those are two of what could be the worst teams in the NFL. They also beat them by one possession, kind of left them in the game. And the Jets +7. I took them last week.
Going back to the Jets.
Going back to the Jets. I think the Jets could win this game outright.
Who's playing quarterback this week for the Jets?
Tyrod Taylor, which is actually an upgrade from Justin Fields in terms of passing the ball. Baker Mayfield is incredible. Baker Mayfield is awesome. The Bucs have won 2 games late by, a very small margin. They're giving 7 points. They also don't have an offensive line. They're down 3 starters on the offensive line.
Everybody got hurt.
Elijah Cansey also out.
Coming off Monday?
Coming off of Monday. The Bucs have started 0-2, I think, 3 or 4 years in a row, and then lost in week 3. This is also a line in the
started
sand.
2-0 and then
started
lost week
2-0,
3?
sorry,
Okay.
and then lost in week 3. This is a line in the sand game for the Jets. Like, what are you? Do you have pride? Aaron Glenn trying to get the things going in the right direction. I just think that this defense, they got kind of embarrassed by the Bills. They didn't have a great game against the Steelers. They're now going up against 3 backup offensive linemen. Ibuka might be out. Sauce Gardner has been playing well. He's going to go on Mike Evans. I like the Jets. I think they're going to maybe be in this game.
How is everybody hurt on this Bucs team, dude?
Yeah.
How's Stephen Che doing? Have you
Cody
talked
Mock out for the year. That was a huge blow. Tristan Wirfs still not back.
Credit to Cody for finishing the game, though.
Yeah.
That's crazy to have a season-ending knee. But, I mean, that guy's like, that's his whole persona. It's just tough badass.
Yeah.
Brandon, I'll go next. So, all right. My picks, I'm starting on the college ranks. I'm going to go Auburn +7. Megan, you've kind of destabilized some of my confidence here.
Yeah, I don't like that pick.
Okay. I don't think you've ever liked that pick.
No, John Mateer.
You called me a P-word, a D-bag.
I'll tell you which picks. All right, I like Tulane Ole Miss. We have that pick together.
Okay, there we go. Good.
I hate the Vikings pick.
I love the Vikings pick.
Why? Let's talk about the Vikings real quick.
Because they both have backup quarterbacks, and the Vikings are the only team in that game that might get better because of it.
Bro,
whoa.
Yep.
Jake Browning is 4-3 as a starter.
No, Jake Browning's good too. But to Brandon's point, Carson Wentz is an upgrade over McCarthy. Jake Browning's still frisky and good, but he's not an upgrade over Burrow.
I don't know if Carson Wentz. He's the first player ever to start on 6 different teams in 6 consecutive years.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz also got there on August 24th.
That's fine.
How much does he know about this offense?
But did you see last week when JJ had the baby? Did you see what they said after the Wentz practice?
I'm just saying.
Ball didn't touch the ground.
I'm just saying.
Ball didn't touch the ground.
Not good, and Jake Browning might be good.
I think Carson Wentz is just smart enough and veteran enough to decide, okay, just throw it to Justin Jefferson every single time.
That was my take as well.
Okay, but Jake Browning has that with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
How about okay, tell me if you appreciate this kind of dumb logic. Shane Steichen is a quarterback whisperer, right? Okay, when Carson Wentz was at his best in Philly, he was with Shane Steichen.
Okay.
Kevin O'Connell is also a quarterback whisperer.
Hold on.
So I think O'Connell can use Wentz like a meat puppet.
So I'm not there yet with Kevin O'Connell being a QB whisperer.
Oh, no.
No, because everyone says like Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, these guys are quarterback whisperers. The backup quarterbacks who've played for Kevin O'Connell have not been great.
Yeah.
Like Josh Dobbs had those first 2 games, then he fell off a cliff. Jaron Hall played one of the worst games I've ever seen played. I'm not there yet. If he can fix Carson Wentz, then yes, I'll be there on saying Kevin O'Connell's a QB whisperer.
Okay.
I also think Kevin O'Connell, I don't know if you guys saw who the Vikings signed, but he's already on to his next one where he's like, I'm going to fix everyone. They signed Desmond Ritter. So he's like, I'm going to do the hardest thing ever.
Good call.
I'm going to fix Carson Wentz, then I'm going to fix Desmond Ritter.
All right, I'm going Auburn +7. Hugh Freeze underdog, ton of talent. I'm going Nebraska money line. I like them in this game. Screw taking any points or whatever. Tulane Ole Miss over. You nailed it. That's obvious. The defenses are terrible. Trinidad Chambliss is very exciting. Vikings -3. And then this one I was a bit unsure of, but I think this is the Chargers' year to really assert themselves. Chargers -2.5. Broncos. Brandon, what you got?
All right, so I am winning this competition. I'm 3-2. I'm in first place. And my picks are, of course, my favorite pick of the weekend is TCU -6.5 against SMU. I think TCU is a good, solid team. I think they got a decent defense. SMU has no defense whatsoever. I like the Vikings -3 against the Bengals. I have Nebraska money line as well. And then I think Missouri is going to destroy South Carolina. And I'm going back to the well with Southern Miss, who is a pretty good team down there. They've got all of Marshall's team from last year. They destroyed App State last week. They're on the road against Louisiana Tech this week. I like Southern Miss.
On the road at La Tech, and they're an underdog. Plus
They're an underdog.
So you guys both have Nebraska. I'm actually on the other side in that game.
So I get it.
I'll tell you why. I don't think Nebraska is going to be able to play up front against Michigan's offense. I think it goes exactly into what Michigan wants to do. They're going to want to run the ball. Nebraska has a decent secondary, but they're untested in stopping the run. And that's what Michigan's going to want to do.
X's and O's, I kind of agree with you. This is more of a Matt Rule play.
Okay.
So Matt Rule, third year, this is the biggest game they'll play early this season. This sets them up for everything down the line that they can do, and they got it. That place is going to be a madhouse. If it's going to be any time for Nebraska, it's now, and that's why I'm betting.
He lost too much weight, though.
Underwood anytime touchdown.
Yeah, we lost too much weight, and Biff Poggi did not. He gained weight.
I like to think that Biff just uses lines from Back to the Future to bully the assistants.
I'm just saying
when they're screwing up.
I want a fatter coach.
But here's the deal. But Dylan Raiola is actually good now.
Okay,
he's been good thus far.
I'll never say that because of the cosplay that he does.
You just can't get the Mahomes
I
out.
can't get it out of my head. It's so bizarre.
It is weird.
It's so weird.
He just wants to be like Mike.
Yeah, but it's so weird that he doesn't just admit that that's what he's doing. He's had comments where he's like, God made
Oh, no,
He does lie about it.
No, but that's the best part.
No, I think that's the weirdest part.
No, he's given us a new technique where you do something that is obviously your fault, and then you say, hey, it's God. It's not in my hands, dude. It's God's plan.
Get there.
All right, guys, hey, have a kick-ass time this weekend in Utah. That's going to be awesome. Guys, make sure you're watching Big Noon Kickoff tomorrow, watching the Barstool College Football Show. It's going to be really exciting. The crowd's going to be electric. Huge thank you to everybody on the show today, Katic, Chief, Megan, everybody in production, everybody at Fox. Another excellent weekend. Hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll be back on Monday with more Wake Up Barstool. Later, guys.